kids would do more of this. I don't like being in a club environment like this, but I'm here with my pastor, and we just opened a rehab out here.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Tell us a little bit. Yeah.
We're actually helping to promote one in Pasadena, but we're opening our own, and we're looking in Riverside right now.
It's a women's only clinic, right?
Excuse me?
Isn't it a women's only?
Well,
we're going to do both.
Ours is going to be both, but the one in Pasadena is for women.
Oh, okay. And you mentioned today something about there won't be even like any prescription pills allowed there?
None whatsoever. I mean, that's the biggest problem right now with the rehabs, is when you go in there, if you're on prescriptions, they'll evaluate you and keep you on them, or put you on them.
Right.
And you don't go to rehab to go on drugs. You go in to get off drugs. You should go, even if you're dirty, when you go in, you come out clean.
What's the biggest misconception about you out there that do you think, and how would you like to set the record straight?
People think I'm a good guy and I'm really an asshole.
So now Lindsay is in rehab. Do you think that this time it will stick and she'll get the help that she needs?
You know, that's a tough question because, look, she's in there. She's away from all of this kind of stuff, from all the people in the ambulance out here. But unless she gets real family therapy, the thing that really started, look, when Dina and I got divorced, this whole thing started. It spiraled out of control. And Dina will not go to family therapy, but we need that. E Entertainment just did a big, I guess, investigation on it. They spoke to therapists, and they said you have to get therapy. And we have to. I'm willing to do it. I just want Dina. I don't know if you know this, but Allie, my daughter Allie, actually had death threats from someone over the last couple of days. It's the second time it happened. But it's the first time Dina never contacted me to let me know that it did happen. And when your daughter when her life is threatened, you don't keep her father out of it. And Lindsay had a stalker. I actually worked with the DA's office, caught the guy. Then Allie had bad, horrible letters sent to her. We got that guy. But now, at this time in their life, when Lindsay is having a hard time, you want your family to come together. You don't want to have separation. But
how do you think Allie is dealing with all of this, you know, as Lindsay being like her older sister?
Allie's a rock. You know what? When you see, like even in my family, I was the wild one. And my brothers and sisters learned from that, and they were so stable.
Oh, okay.
That's why Michael, Allie, and Cody are so stable in their life. They learn from it.
Okay. And who do you think's a better influence? I know what your answer is going to be, but you or Dina?
Better influence? You know, it's hard to say. I'm not going to point the finger at Dina. Dina does her own thing. She has her own life. I can't criticize her. I think we all know and see what happens when Dina's around her and when I'm around her. I think the Matt Lauer interview really said it all.
What about the conservatorship that they're talking about possibly doing? Like,
I never wanted conservatorship. I never wanted. But I heard when Lindsay was being put into rehab that Lou Taylor and Dina were going to go for the conservatorship. And when I heard that, I called a lawyer and I hired him. I said, "What can I do?" And he said, "You have two options: let them go for it and fight it, or go for it yourself. If you fight it, you're going to lose. If you go for it yourself, you have a chance." But I said, "I don't want to be a conservator. I never touch her money. I don't want to have anything to do with it." He said, "Then appoint people that be conservatives over her." And I picked two people that are very genuine, stellar people, great reputations, impeccable. And if I have to, I'm going to do it. But I want to meet with Lou Taylor. I want to speak to Lindsay, and I want to see what their feeling is. And if Lindsay is going to fight any conservatorship, I'd rather have her be in the rehab and, you know, be at ease, not worry about anything on the outside. And, you know, just it's about mending. It's not about breaking. And I wish Dina would get on the same page. It's hard.
Do you ever fear for Lindsay's life? Ever?
A what?
Do you ever fear for Lindsay's life?
I did it one time, definitely. You've never heard the phone calls I got, but no, not now. No. I feel for her guidance, the people around her that are going to sit down with her the night before court and drink with her or have parties in front of her.
Who do you think is her biggest enabler? Just like her friends?
Her friends were part of it. But enabling doesn't only mean allowing her to drink or do drugs. Enabling means saying yes, or it's okay, or I'm there for you no matter what no matter what it is. Look, I'm there for her no matter what the situation is, but I'm going to tell her which is right and wrong. I'm not going to say it's okay, we'll fix it.
You think she needs tough love?
To an extent. Look, love is about sacrifice, no matter how you look at it. And I'm willing to go to any extent from any of my kids. Even Dina. She's the mother of my kids. And if it came down to it, if Dina needed me, as much as I can believe the things she's done, I'll do what I have to do. I don't want to, but I have to.
And when she gets back healthy, everything's great, what kind of roles would you like to see her be in?
More commercial roles, more general audience kind of stuff. There's some things that came to her through me that are great. And I mean, even Kate's been a great influence in her life too. When she came out of Cirque Lodge, she was her assistant. And she really had her on a good path. But then everyone came back in her life. You can't do that. It's about starting over again.
And so, what's going on with you two?
I'll leave that up to no comment right now at this time, but things have been resolved, and we'll always be very, very close. And I treat you well.